information I got from the state is the stormwater management plan will need to be there once they start construction. And it will be there. It'll be there before they start construction.
So what about the
Julie,
Willhold property?
You're talking Packer Street now.
I'm talking about the whole property, because since the buildings have been taken down, there is an issue in the entire community of Cape Town where people are receiving flooding waters in their basement. Not only my property, the entire community. And that water was utilized off the buildings in the everyday processes. Now where's it going? It's going into the ground. So where's it going? It's coming out into the community. So yes, there is an issue. And it's more so, I can notice it more so because it's now almost 10 feet from my back door. And that is unacceptable because I am having my property damaged and I am still paying taxes. It is ridiculous. None of you would put up with that. None of you. Something would be done.
Well, Julie, I own a home right by yours and I have no water problems.
Well, yeah, because you build up the back of it.
Julie, the water table is what fixed your basement.
Yes, okay, Jim. You just don't want to accept your responsibilities of enforcing your stormwater management codes. Thank you.
Anybody else? Yes, sir.
Julie's talking about your codes. There's a letter from the on Sunbury Municipal Authority letterhead. Moran's project distributed disturbed over 5,000 square feet of surface area, and according to the city code, a plan should have been submitted for review by both the city and authority. A plan to both the city and authority. A plan is required even though all stormwater flows are intended to be kept on site, being diverted into an underground seepage pit. This is a long-standing problem that has not been addressed. Later on, there's communication here from actually Jesse Woodring. It goes back that far, and you all have been well aware of this for a long time. I've talked about it before. I agree that the project should have gone through the planning stage, and since it didn't, Moran Industries should be notified as to the process for any future land development. And that's in reference to the stormwater management plan. So there should be a plan on the bakery site, and that's what I'm reading here. Additionally, the city code requires, I prepared this for the meeting that I was promised by Mayor Persing with Mr. Reitner, which we never had. But this is a complete list of all the codes. I have copies of the codes, and I have the violations of those codes. So clearly, the city's been remiss all the way back to Mayor Woodring and to this day in enforcing those codes. Rick, there's no requirement for construction. There's a requirement that a stormwater management plan, maintenance agreement be in place. That should have been done before Mr. Moran pulled that building down. It's not done then, it's not done now, and your code clearly states that, clearly.
Did Mr. Moran pull that building down? I thought it was pulled down before he bought the building. From my understanding and what I read in the paperwork downstairs.
You're correct, Rick. It was pulled down prior to.
The abatements, all the abatements are there. There are the person that did it in Ohio, and he said, we talked to him on the phone, and I think his words were, anybody that's willing to come to Ohio to look at them, he will show them to us. And that's what he told us on the phone or by email.
And what documents are you referencing?
They're in Moran's file, the abatements on that property.
So, the
I haven't
city,
seen them. He just said if we wanted to see them, we're more than welcome to go to Ohio.
it says here the city will have that in place. You will have it in your hands before there's anything done.
Before there's any new construction or new development.
Before it's taken down,
Well, see,
you don't have that. Before there's fill added, you don't have that.
Mr. McCleary had no problem with the fill that was done on that property. We went out to him, I was out twice, Mike was with me once, talked to Dan Spadoni from DEP, that was clean fill, and they could go up to an acre of land at a time with each permit they had. And if they went over that, they had to get another permit.
First of all, you're incorrect. That was not clean fill. That was residual waste.
No, what I'm talking about was taken from the municipal authority when they did their development down there and put up there.
Yes, you're correct, they did take fill from there, but prior to that, there were 45,000 tons of drill cutting waste hauled onto that site that is there today. And when the authorities started their project, then that additional fill was hauled from there. We asked city council repeatedly about it. If anyone on council or in this room doubts what I'm saying, I have the phase 1 and I have the phase 2 report by Apex, and it's clearly stated in there that that was hauled in and it's dumped there.
Mr. Saxon, you were at the meeting, the same meeting I was at.
Yes,
What did Apex say they found in those drillings you just mentioned, sir?
Apex said they didn't find anything, but they didn't test for anything.
Oh, yes, they did. He stood right there and told you he tested in that general area.
That general area, did he test for radiation?
Well, you were at the meeting too.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not sure if he mentioned radiation or not.
He was specifically asked if he tested for radiation, the answer was no. He didn't test.
150 metals.
Beg your pardon?
150 metals they tested for.
That's right.
48 different
148.
drillings they made.
That's right.
Okay, Mr. Saxton, now you were at the meeting, you know what the county's intentions are.
I do.
Okay. Now here we sit, now you've been here for I don't know how many years, going over and over this, okay? You've accused us of making all these errors, but you know as well as I do, the county within the next 6 months to a year have an intention of building a prison there, correct or not?
That is their intention.
Okay, and you know stormwater management is in that design, am I correct or not?
Well, there is no design yet. They haven't developed that. They're still trying to decide how to remediate the property. There's discussion
Well,
on
there's
that.
more, okay, there's more drawings than what you think, but the bottom line is, all that stuff's gonna be addressed by the county when the project's completed. Now, are you trying to stop the project? Is that your intention here, or what?
No, not at all. I'm trying to make sure that, here, I'm just touching on what Ms. Brochus is talking about. She's had a problem for years, and I'm pointing out the shortcomings of what's been done on that property and been allowed to happen for years.
Okay, but we're past that point, that's what I'm trying.
No, you're
No,
not.
yes, we are, because now the county's taking the property over. And you just mentioned a minute ago, give me a second here now, about the detention ponds, and about the water filtering down into the water table.
No,
No.
those are underground seepage pits.
And where does the water go when it seeps into the groundwater?
Well, during the big storm that blew the wall out, it went into old stormwater pipes in the city, according to FEMA, that were not properly sealed and put hydraulic pressure on the wall. So that's part of where that
So
went.
you're saying the failure we had down in the old WPA wall, down at this end of town, was caused by the Moran site?
It was helped.
Okay.
And that's
I have
not
nothing more
me,
to say.
that's FEMA. I'll be
FEMA
glad-
never said that.
I'll be glad to show you the report.
You're telling me FEMA said the Moran site caused that problem, is that what you're saying?
They didn't say the Moran site, they said percolation,
Oh,
and that water
okay,
goes down
okay.
and creates.
That's the water table I was referring to earlier. Now, watch after, about the October 10th, when the fiber dam goes down, you'll see a change in the water table in the city of Sunbury.
But to this date, you still don't have a stormwater management plan for either the Moran site or the bakery site in place, even with a new owner of the property. So why isn't the county moving? Why aren't you discussing this with the county right now? And is Ms. Brochus gonna have to put up with that flooding for a year or two?
I'm sure when the county has a set of prints, which you just said they don't have them done yet, we'll be receiving a set of prints in the code office.
But you're still,
Now, if you want to take and speed things up, go to the county, tell them hurry it up.
you're still short on your code. You're not enforcing your code.
Okay.
It's clear.
We're not getting anywhere.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yes.
Yes,
I was at that same meeting as these people in front of me were.
County meeting.
Yes, I saw
Oh.
such respect from Apex to this community that I have never seen from you people here.
Okay, thank you. Somebody in the back had his hand up? No, I'm sorry, go ahead, Mr.
I'm
Knight.
going to ask you about the Chestnut Street project, when it's likely to be finished.
I have an announcement here, but let me throw this in there. It says Second and Chestnut Streets will be closed Tuesday, 9/15, until further notice, grading and preparation of paving. That's a good sign, but I'll let you, Jimmy, have
What,
anything to say?
Mr. Lane, what part would you like to know?
Well, I'd like to know why it's taking so long. You promised us 6 weeks when the project started, that was a long time
No,
ago.
that's not
You
true.
must
You
have
can't do that project in
You
6
must
weeks.
have listened to
Mr. Lane.
something else or else somewhere.
First of all, Mr. Lamb, I mentioned a little bit ago the grading for sub-base. You know what that means?
Yeah,
Getting ready for paving.
yes, I know what it means.
Okay, I just mentioned a little bit ago that they have probably another 100 feet of curbing, if that, to do. And they have some more sidewalks to do. I'm hoping to have the concrete work done this week from Front Street to Third Street. You follow me so far?
I am following you, Mr. Wright, so don't patronize me, please.
No, I can't see you, sir. I'm not trying to. I'm trying to be honest about it up front. You asked a question, I'll try to give you an answer. Anything else?
Well, I'd like to know why it's taking so long.
The contract was through November. It was supposed to start.
Do you understand
and end
how
in
involved the
November.
project was?
It was just a question of digging up a road, putting in drainage and putting it back together again.
That's what I thought. That's okay. Projects like that, ask Mr. Saxon, I'm sure he's aware how long projects like that take. And then again, we were running out of money according to some people. I was wondering maybe we can get a loan off you to help finish the project.
So you got the money at the moment?
Pardon?
You got the money, you're saying?
We
You've
have the
got the
money.
money?
I said that 10 minutes ago. We have the project funded. It's been funded from day one before we started the project.
Well, I was talking to some of the guys in Cole's Hardware, and they said they've seen no progress in 2 weeks. on
Cole's
that
Hardware?
project. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions, sir?
I just don't understand why things take so long in the city to get done. I mean, I'm sure that it could have been done a lot quicker if it had been done by a more professional operation.
I'll make sure I pass that on to the owner of the
And
company.
I'm talking about the people in charge as well, such as yourself.
Thank you. I know you're an expert too, sir.
Any other questions? Yes, Megan.
I just have one more positive thing to add. At SRI, we've hired an executive director, and we're very excited to welcome her. Her name is Rose Stump. She is the wife of Wayne Stump, who is the current CEO at the YMCA. So we just want to welcome her, so if anybody wants to stop by and say hello, we'd be glad to have you. And we want to welcome her to say thank you and welcome.
Thank you. Anything else? The parking request for Child Advocacy Center, Jim.
You know, the guys are going to be requiring some parking behind City Hall, down at the corner of, on the west side by Chestnut, and also some parking over on the parking lot by Cole's Hardware. So I'll get the exact numbers, we'll sit down, do the numbers, I'll bring that back to council.
We have the agreement from upstairs to make sure that works.
These were metered.
These are
Oh,
metered,
oh,
we're
okay.
not taking any away from upstairs.
Announcements, Lake Augusta Wine and Brew Fest. I think Megan did an excellent job telling everybody about that. So run down to the SRI office and get your tickets. You still have some left. And again, we did mention that the good news is Second and Chester Street was closed starting Tuesday, and preparation of paving, and that's good. That's good, Jim.
Thank you.
I want to thank everybody for coming. This meeting is adjourned.
Slight hit to that part. Slight hit to that.
How you doing, Joe? How you doing? Good. Good. Been wondering about you.